If you clicked on this video, you're probably looking into building an AI voice agent for a gym or a fitness studio. Or maybe you're a gym owner looking to automate their bookings. Either way, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I would build a fitness booking agent from scratch. If a client were to hire me to do this, this is exactly the procedure that I would follow. So let's dive right in. Now, most people here would probably get right into the AI voice agent platform once they get a client that is in this niche. But for me, I'd first get into a AI so that I can conversate with them and understand what exactly the proper approach on how to build this AI voice agent. So for me, I usually like to use Claude, and I have it opened here right now. If you don't have Claude, I'll provide the link below. But basically, the reason why I want to talk to Claude first is try to understand what exactly is the role of a receptionist for this specific niche. Now, you could have a template as an AI receptionist for your voice agents out there, but each niche or each business has different roles for that AI receptionist to perform different tasks. There are some general ideas when it comes to building an AI receptionist, but you need to know for what the AI receptionist should actually do for this specific niche. So let's ask Claude here. Let's say you're a gym owner looking to automate their calls with an AI voice agent. You hired a developer to build this AI voice agent. What exact things would you like this AI voice agent to automate, and what are the tasks required by this AI voice agent? Should it perform bookings? Should it answer specific FAQs? Should it route the caller to certain classes or memberships? Give me a clear statement or paragraph to provide the developer on how to build this AI voice agent. So, this is a start, and let's see what this AI will provide me. Great. Now Claude gave me this response. It basically like gave me a brief on what the developer should know about an AI receptionist for a gym. And it also talks about, the agent needs to be able to do bookings, answer FAQs, routing, and some technical requirements to specify as well. CRMs, of course, there needs to be some automations with the CRMs, after hours mode, different greeting, no transfer attempts, structured callback capture. Yes, all of this information. So this is a good starting point before building the agent. And when it comes to building the agent, I would use ElevenLabs for this demo. So I have ElevenLabs open here. I will also provide the link below. So first thing is to go to 11 agents. You need a paid subscription to build the agents here. And you just press this plus icon, and there are multiple options here. You can browse templates, and when you look at the templates provided, most of it, or I would say almost all of it, are conversation pathway agents, where the agent has a global system prompt, and then there are different nodes in the conversation pathway. It works well, and it works really good when it comes to conversations that are really systematic. We can try that right now. The industry is mainly education. The use case, let's say it is a receptionist, and I believe they have one for a gym. Let me just scroll down. Yes, they do. So when you select this, this is how the workflow will look like. And if I select use template, you can look at the main goal, which is basically the global prompt. You have to connect some tools here. Here's Twilio, which is basically just a provider of phone numbers, and you just point it to your agent so that when the user calls this phone number, it will be talking directly to the agent. I will not set this up now because I just want to see how this template runs. All right, before I make any changes, I just want to hear how it sounds directly from the template. So if I just click preview on the top right, you'll be able to test it through voice or through chat. I'll test it through voice. So let's see how it sounds.
Hi, thanks for calling. Are you looking to book a class or have questions about membership?
Well, actually, I'd like to book a class. And it instantly ended. There's an error here. A specific tool needs to be connected before you can even use a template. Let me just check where this tool is. If I go to the agent and system prompt, maybe Control F and search tool. Always call the end tool, end call tool. If I go to the workflows, well, let me check if the end call tool is available actually. The end call tool should be built in. So you don't need to actually add the tool. It's usually found here. So let's try to delete these tools and see if it works afterwards. If I click preview, let's talk to the agent.
Hi, thanks for calling. Are you looking to book a class or have questions about membership?
Yeah, I'd like to book a class.
That is awesome! I would love to help you get booked into a class. To get started, what kind of workout are you looking for? Yoga, spin, high intensity interval training, or Pilates?
I'd like to book a class for yoga.
Yoga is a fantastic choice. You are going to feel so good afterward. We have some wonderful options, including a very popular Saturday morning class with Jamie, who has incredible energy. To help me find the perfect fit, what is your current experience level with yoga? And do you have a preferred date and time in mind?
Yeah, I just want to book a class in yoga. And do you have anything next week?
We absolutely do. We have classes running throughout the week. To help me narrow it down, are you looking for a morning or evening session? And what is your current experience level with yoga?
An evening session, and I am a beginner.
That is wonderful. Everyone starts somewhere, and our beginner classes are super supportive.
Okay, first thing, the latency is very long. It does not sound conversational, and the responses are very lengthy. It sounds super robotic, even though there are some audio tags here to add some emotions to the voice. The voice does sound good. I just don't feel like it can replace a receptionist job. It just really sounds too robotic, in my opinion. And of course, there needs to be some tuning when it comes to the system prompt or the workflow. But for me, if I were to design this agent, I would not use a template like this. I would probably use business agent where 11 Labs will build it from scratch. And I just talk about how I want this agent to be. All right, guys, I've been recording for the past 20 minutes, and for some reason, my laptop crashed and the recording went away. Nevertheless, I will just go through what exactly I did. So, simply, we had a conversation in Claude talking about the AI voice agent that we will build for Jim. And we also were building an AI voice agent through 11 Labs. And the only process that I did here was literally select create agent and I selected business agent. After that, I selected other because gym is not mentioned here and I just put gym. I added the industry of the gym. And after that, I selected answering service. I did not add any tools to the gym yet. I selected continue. I gave it a name Iron Line Fitness. That is the name of the agent, but this is actually the name of the business. The name of the agent should be AI Receptionist. And the website, if you have a website for the gym, I suggest you to put that website here. And if your client has a website, then just put your client's website here. And the main goal is I got this main goal from Claude. So I went back into Claude. I asked for a name. I selected Iron Line Fitness. And then after that, I asked it to give me a main goal. You can copy my prompt here. And it gave me this main goal. I literally just copied this entire section and pasted it uh, in 11 Labs, which is over here. And then I selected Create Agent. After I selected Create Agent, I got this. Okay. I already made a few adjustments to it because the conversation was not that smooth. The AI kept on giving me long responses and it was like saying phrases that it should be thinking in its head, but it said it out loud anyway. Also, the voice sounded very robotic and the latency was pretty long. So if I just go back to the conversations, I already had a conversation here and it literally, this was my conversation with the AI. If I just play,
Hello, thank you for calling Iron Line Fitness. My name is Alex. How can I help you today?
"Hey Alex, how are you doing today?"
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How can I help you with Iron Line Fitness today?
You can see already it takes the LLM around how many seconds? 1.2 seconds for the LLM to process that response. And it took zero point 0.26 seconds for it to convert that text into speech. So total around 1.5 seconds, which is very long. The goal here is to make it zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.6 seconds. Actually, under 1 second is pretty good, but zero point 0.3, zero point 0.6 is like the sweet spot. So that's what we'll be trying to cover in this video. And also here, I can see like some sentences are too long. It does not sound very conversational. There are some audio tags here to make it sound like a human, but I feel like it still does not sound like a human. It's very robotic. Yeah, I'd like to get a gym membership. Like if I go here,
So you're looking for a one-day gym membership. We don't actually offer a one-day.
it sounds too robotic for me. And if I go here and I'll try to find that sentence that it was saying where it should not be saying it out loud. It should be saying it in its own head. Like here, for example, it says, "Yes, we do have an opening for a free trial tomorrow. Does that work for you?" And then it also said the user wants to book a free trial tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. This is not something it should say. It should think in its own head. So those are things that we should fix. And we are at this point right now where I already changed the voice to a clearer voice. I just selected here. I changed the voice to James. I kept the text to speech model family to V3. Conversational, expressive mode is enabled, and I added these audio tags. I literally just selected the audio tag and click add. The only things that I added that's our custom is this cough, and I told it to cough at random times during the conversation, and I also added this audio tag speed where it should speak fast unless you are asked to slow down. In terms of the agent voice, that is all I did. Everything else was set the same except for the system prompt. Now, there is a system prompt here that is I adjusted. All I did was go back into Claude. I went to my project, which is prompting for 11 labs. You can create your own project as well. Call it prompting for 11 labs. Give it the objective of creating system prompts for 11 labs. You add the 11 labs agents prompting guide, which is found here. You just search, you follow this link, copy the page. So here's the page. You just select copy and then go back into Claude. Where is Claude? And then click this plus button, add text context. You can say that this is the 11 Labs agents prompting guide, and then paste it here. You select add content, and then when you add the content, it will be shown here. And all I did was literally ask Claude, I want you to advise the system prompt. Sorry, it should be revise. I want you to revise the system prompt I have for my 11 Labs agent. I feel like the responses are too lengthy and it's too long. I want it to be shorter, very short sentences to sound also very conversational with the user and ensure that the AI agent uses expressions and talks like a real human. Use the attached 11 Labs agents prompting guide as reference to revise the system prompt. I provided the current system prompt. I just copied my 11 Labs system prompt over here. You can literally just enlarge it, copy and paste. And then if I go back to Claude, I pasted it here and I also selected the prompting guide and then I let it run. After I let it run, I just copied this, revised prompt, went back to 11 Labs and pasted it here. This is what you see right now. And that is everything that I've done so far in the video that crashed. And hopefully this does not crash during this live demo. So let's continue from here. The first message, let's review it. So it says, "Hello, thank you for calling Ironline Fitness. My name is Robert. How can I help you today?" And it's not bad. Let's try to change the audio tag to speed because I feel like last time it was taking its time to say this intro sentence. It should be a bit faster. I don't want it to be interruptible. I want this AI to finish the sentence before continuing. So if I click publish, and also try to always click publish every change that you make so that you can go back to different versions in case if you want to go back. So I click publish. Let's try to hear it for the first time.
Hello, thank you for calling Ironline Fitness. My name is Robert. How can I help you today?
Hey Robert, how's everything?
Hey there. Everything's good on my end. Thanks for asking. What can I help you with today?
So my first impression is it was fast. I like that. It did not sound robotic and slow, so that's already the first improvement. Great. Next thing that I would do is review the workflow that the ElevenLabs AI agent builder did for us. So if you remember, we let ElevenLabs build this, and this is what it came up with. So what this is basically different nodes that the AI agent will go to as it reaches that step in the conversation. So at the very beginning, it will go into this node. And this node is basically the greeting and intent identification. I did not build this node, it was already automatically created when we set up the agent at the start. So let me see the inspector. So you have to select the node and select the inspector. And you have to provide a conversational goal in each node. So this goal is just greeting. And then there are two paths that it can go based on the user. So these arrows here are basically conditions. If a condition is met, which is in this case, the condition is the caller has stated their reason for calling and it falls into a prospect, member, or general query category. If that is satisfied, then it will go to this node, which is handling the prospect, member, or query. So this is like someone that is already existing customer for the gym, and it should only go to this node if that is satisfied. There's also another condition here where the caller's request is immediately identified as requiring human intervention. For example, a complaint, membership cancellation without needing any further details. So, if that is the case, it will go to this node, which is the escalate or conclude node. And I believe if this is the case, it should actually have a transfer tool. So let's read the conversational goal. So if the request cannot be resolved by you, e.g., discounts, complaints, medical advice, membership changes, inform the caller that a member will assist them. Collect their name, number, and reason for calling. If during opening hours, offer to transfer them to the front desk. Otherwise, promise a callback if the request was resolved. So in here, I can already see that there will be a transfer task where we transfer them to a human. And in order to do that, we need to add it to the tools here. Nope, it is not here. So we have to add a tool to transfer them. Now, you can do that by doing this, where we create another condition and select phone number transfer. We'll do that later. But first, let's start with a knowledge base. We want the AI to have a knowledge base that it can refer to when asked questions about the business. To build the knowledge base, you either insert a URL of the business. If you have that, great, add it. And you can enable this auto refresh toggle, which will read the URL every 7 days in case if any information is updated there. And then once you add it, the AI agent will have something to refer to every time a question is asked about the business. In my case, I don't have a website. Um, I will literally just create one now using Claude. So if I go back into Claude and I go back to the conversation where we are talking to a gym owner, we have all the requirements here in terms of what is required for a gym AI receptionist. So I would just ask it to build a knowledge base. Actually, that's the wrong approach. You have to create a project and then go to the project. I already have a project where it creates the knowledge bases in accordance to the ElevenLabs documentation. ElevenLabs documentation can be found again on the ElevenLabs website. So I believe there is, let me just search it, 11 Labs knowledge base documentation. And then it's this first link. And then all you do is copy the page and do the same thing that we did for the prompting guide. And if I go here, I will use this documentation as reference when building the knowledge base. So I want you to build a knowledge base for my ElevenLabs agent for a gym. Here are some details that are required by the gym owner. Build the knowledge base using the documentation provided as well. So I will select the knowledge base here by clicking this and add the section here, information from owner, and paste what I said here, developer brief. Can I just, so I pasted, is also attached. Great. So from this conversation, it should be able to build a knowledge base for our 11 Labs agent. It created our knowledge base here. I can preview it on Claude. Pretty decent. However, it's leaving a lot of empty space, uh, like for me to fill in myself once I have that client. But I wanted to make up this information for now. For example, the membership tiers, of course, a gym has their own tiers. You should not make this up for your client. So I will, in this case, say that just fill it up, just make it made up for now. The gym name we already have. So what is our gym name? Go back here. It is called Ironline Fitness. So I'll just provide all the details now. So the gym is called Ironline Fitness. The name of the agent is Robert. Actually, I don't think they need the name of the agent. In terms of all the other details, make it up for the fake gym. So let's just fix this knowledge base and then we'll be right back. So this is a knowledge base it built. It has the business name, the name of the agent, and everything else. I believe it is filled in by itself. So this is a good start. So I'll just download this, save it to my downloads. And then if I go back to my agent, there's a section here called knowledge base. And then we can just add that document. So if I go back to my downloads, select it here, and then click add file. You can also create your own custom knowledge base. Just make sure you read through the knowledge base documentation, check what sections are required, and you can adjust this knowledge base however you'd like. So let me just go back to the knowledge base so that because I want to test whether it can read the knowledge base correctly. So if you look here, the knowledge base says that the opening hours is 5 a.m., well, till 10 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday is 7 till 8. So let's try to ask about the working hours and see whether the agent can get it right from the first try. So if I click publish, this publish just, I added the knowledge base. It's a good practice to keep on adding a message here so you know which version, what you did for each version. Just give it time. Okay. Now it's published. I will go to preview and then test the agent. You can test it through voice or through messaging. It doesn't matter, but for me, I'll just do it through voice because I also want to see the latency.
Hello, thank you for calling Ironline Fitness. My name is Robert. How can I help you today?
Hi, Robert. What are your working hours?
Sure thing. We're open Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Thank you.
No problem. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Nope, that's all.
Glad I could help. Have a great day.
All right, so let's just cross check this. So it said Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. till 10 p.m. That's correct. Saturday, 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. Yes, that's correct. And Sunday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Yep. So that's just a quick check to see whether the AI is reading the knowledge base or not. We know this because that information was not added to the system prompt. It was only in the knowledge base. So no information about that was added here. So that's a good sign already. We will continue this video later because I am off to the movies. The movie will start soon and I am watching Spider-Man. brand new day with my wife. So I'll be right back and we'll continue this video very soon. All right, I'm back. I just did a quick conversation with the agent, and to be honest, the conversational flow seems pretty smooth. There are some improvements I would do in terms of the latency. The voice sounds really good. And also, I noted down some things that require improvement, but I'll just play the recording that I just did right now so that you can hear my current conversation with this agent.
Hello, thank you for calling Ironline Fitness. My name is Robert. How can I help you today?
Hey, Robert, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How can I help you with Ironline Fitness today?
I'm interested in visiting your gym.
Ah, nice. I can definitely help you with that.
So far you can like see like it's using some audio tags like coughing, just so that it sounds realistic. The only thing I noticed is that the LLM, it's taking 1.2 seconds for it to think, and it is actually pretty long. I feel like I need to first change the LLM. Um, but I can see down here that it is going through the different workflow nodes, and that shows that it is running smoothly in terms of the conversational flow. So that's a good sign. But the first thing that I would do is change the LLM. But let's continue from here.
What's your full name, please?
Well, actually, are you open now?
Sure thing. We're open until 10 p.m. tonight.
Can I come by?
So, to get you set up for a visit, could I please get your full name?
And you can see the text to speech, it only lasts 0.292 seconds, which is very good in terms of performance because the average response time for a human is around zero point 0.3 seconds. So that is good so far. Yeah, it's Justin Sampson.
Got it, Justin. And what's your best mobile number?
It is 123 4 5 6 7 8.
So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Another good thing is this agent is repeating what the user is saying, such as the phone number. And this is very important because some agents will just confirm their details without checking.
Great. And what's your email address, please?
It's Justine@ventive.com.
So that's JUSTINE at VENTIVE.com. Is that right?
You see here, the agent did a mistake. It interpreted my email with an I rather than two E's between the T and the V. So I just corrected it and it validated the email again. No, it is VENTEEVE.com.
Thanks for clarifying. So that's JUSTINE at VENTEEVE.com. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. And what's your primary fitness goal, Justin?
Now, what it's doing is collecting some variables that I set for the agent. So it collected my name, it collected my number, it collected my email, and finally it's going to collect my primary fitness goal. All of these data will be stored in a CRM or Google Sheet or wherever, so that every time this same number calls the gym again, it will know this information from the start rather than asking the same information over and over again. So that's why it's asking these questions at the beginning. I need to lose 3 kg within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Got it. Thanks for sharing your goal, Justin. I'll just check our live availability for a tour for you now.
Now, in this step, it is taking a while to reply because there is no tool connected to the agent to get the live availability. So that is another thing that I need to do. I also noted it down here. So if we just skip forward because it cannot make the booking yet. So right now
We
it
have an
just
opening for a
hallucinated.
tour this Monday at 5.
At this stage, it just hallucinated and like acted like it was booking a call, but
Opening for a tour this
in reality, it will actually book a call in this stage.
Monday at 5 p.m. Does that work for you?
All right, so that was pretty much it. At the end, he'll just confirm the booking. But before we proceed, let me just do these changes right now. All right, so first thing, I'll go to the agent over here and go back to the LLM and select a model where it thinks faster. The go-to for me is usually this model. It's great for agentic use cases, but if you want something faster, I would also test this one out. So let's try this one and publish this as our first change, and then just do a quick test to see how fast it is actually running. So if you just go to preview and then
Hello, thank you for calling Ironline Fitness. My name is Robert. How can I help you today?
hey Robert, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Are you calling to book a tour or do you have a question about the gym?
I have a question about the gym actually.
Got it. What would you like to know?
Yeah, what are your working hours?
We're open Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday 7.
Okay, instantly I can already notice how it is much faster now just by changing the LLM. We can double check by going to the conversations tab. And if we refresh this page, we will see the latest conversation the agent had. So it's over here. And we can just check here. The LLM now is taking 0.188 seconds, which is huge improvement. Here is 0.527. It's still not too bad. And here it is 0.184 seconds. So on average, it is maybe zero point 0.3 seconds, which is actually very good. TTS is also still performing very well. So in terms of latency, I'm really happy. So I would tick that over here. Next thing that I want to ensure the agent is doing is booking a call successfully. Now, in order to do that, I usually have a scheduling software. Most people use Calendly or Cal.com. I prefer Cal.com, but they both perform the same function. So if we just go to cal.com and you need an account on cal.com, and in order to connect your calendar, it's very simple. It can connect to Google Calendar or any other calendars that you have your bookings on. So let me just log in. So I already have a booking link. Basically, when you setting one up is very simple, very straightforward. It's when you set up an account, there's like a quick onboarding section where it just asks you about your working hours. But this is my booking link, for example. And let's say I want the agent to use this as a booking link. So I would literally go back to the agent and I'll go back to the system prompt. And if I go here, I have another template that I use to make the agent book appointments. So it's good to have that kind of template so that you can use it in your other agents. So if I just open another 11 Labs tab and go to my other agent, so I will use this. And it basically has a section where it can use tools. So if I go to the agent tab and I just expand this, you will see here a goal section. And it basically can collect name and email before booking, offer two available time slots tomorrow, and so on. So I will use this as reference when adjusting my system prompt. So this is my current system prompt for the gym. I will just add a section here called tools. I would copy this last line, which is basically a scheduling prompt where it says to use the scheduling tool, you have to use the Cal tool, which is this tool, to check availability and book appointments. All right. And then if I just add this, theoretically, it should work. Why is this here? Let me remove that. And I believe in the goal, there's already a section where it is existing members book, reschedule, or cancel. So I will just add this to my prompt. And then if I go to the tools section, there's no tools currently attached to the agent. So to add the tool, I need to check in my other agent what tool I connected. So I added two Cal.com tools, which is create booking and get available slots. So to add the tool, you just select here. And then when you say new tool, you just select integration tool. And the integration tool is basically cal.com. It's very simple to add this integration connection. It shows you a step-by-step procedure, and once you have connected it, that's it. You just need to do it one time, and then every agent you build, you will have these tools available. So like I said earlier, I need two tools here to make this possible. So I need the create booking and get available slots over here, and I'll create the two tools over here. Now it added these two tools to my agent. So now it has the ability to create bookings on my cal.com scheduling software. But in order for it to work, I just thought about it right now, it also needs the event type ID. So if I go back to my template here and I go back to the system prompt, I remember that I have a section where it mentions actually the event type ID, which is here. These two bullet points I would copy and paste it here. Actually, I would not put it here in this section because there are two, they separated the goal for non-members and existing members. So I would need to put those two bullet points in both sections. Instead of doing that, I would just put it in the tools section over here in the scheduling. And based on this, it should theoretically be able to book a time and check the availabilities. Let's do a quick check. It usually requires some testing, a few more tests, but let's see if this already fixed the prompt to make a booking. So I'll go back to preview and test the booking if it works.
Hello, thank you for calling Ironline Fitness. My name is Robert. How can I help you today?
Hey, Robert.
Hey there, are you looking to book a tour or do you have a question about the gym?
Yeah, I'd like to book a tour.
Awesome, I can get that sorted for you. What's your full name?
Yeah, my name is Justin Sampson.
Got it, Justin Sampson. What's your mobile number?
It is 12345678.
Just to confirm, is that 1234567
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. What's your email address?
It is Justine@ventive.com, with Ventive being VENTEEVE.com.
Got it. Just to confirm, that's Justine at ventive.com with Ventive spelled VENTEEVE.
Yes,
Great. Thanks, Justin. What's your main fitness goal, like weight loss, strength, or general fitness?
general fitness.
Let me check our available slots for tomorrow. How does 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. sound for your tour?
How about 2 p.m.?
Perfect, Justin. Your tour is booked for tomorrow at 2 p.m. You'll get a confirmation SMS shortly with our address at 4521 Foundry Row and parking details. Anything else I can help you with?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Justin. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m.
It worked actually for the first try, so that's perfect. It even got my email correct. The only thing is the timing. It is 5 p.m. here. Now, this is always an issue when it comes to making bookings. I think it's because of the UTC time. It uses it as a default time, even though I set the time zone. I believe I already set the time zone. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's Asia Qatar. And I even mentioned in the prompt here. So I do not know why it's getting the timing wrong. Let me just explore this and get back. First thing I'll do is ask the architect in ElevenLabs, which is basically an AI assistant that helps you fix your problems. So when I book a meeting with the AI agent, it still adds 3 hours to the booking time that I requested. Can you please explore why this happens? And then it would send this message, and the AI assistant will literally like explore what is happening. If it cannot find the reason, then I have to do it manually. So it's telling me to check my time zone settings in cal.com or check the tool configuration inside ElevenLabs. And it's saying we can review the tool together. So let's review the tool configuration together. And then hopefully, like after I send this message, it should bring me there. So calculator.com. So it just tells me to go to this tool and check the time zone. So you see there's a parameter here that says time zone. Usually when it comes to a local gym, this time zone is set because people are calling from the local area. So if I just go and I change this from an LLM to a fixed parameter, we have to make sure that the fixed parameter is labeled correctly. So I'll go to cal.com, and let's say if I select this, it should basically be this time zone. So I'll copy this and paste it here. And then if I save this, it should fix the issue. So you can even adjust the tool to make the event type ID correct, but I already put that in the prompt and it was working fine. So other than that, it should be that problem should be fixed now. All right. So I will tick this here. Now let's also add this system tool while we're in this page. So there is a section here where you can transfer to a phone number. And when you enable this, basically, let's say the user wants to talk to a human rather than talking to an AI. We can transfer it to a number. And if you put this down, we can define what the number is in the description. So it's basically, let's see what the default says. This is very descriptive when it comes to the default prompt, but I want it to be very simple when the person requests. So I'll just say if the user wants to talk to a human, transfer the call to plus whatever number that is. But I will not do it for this case. It's just for your information. All right. So I'll cancel this. Voicemail detection is not required because this will be an inbound agent, not an outbound agent. Other than that, I think it's all good. The next thing that I will do is have an inbound caller ID match with a CRM. So now, if you think about a gym, they have many existing customers for their gym, and let's say that existing customer is calling the gym for like something that it would ask for. I want the AI agent to identify those existing customers and store those information in the back end while these customers are calling the gym. So let's build a Google Sheet or a CRM, depends on the gym. But for this demo, I'll use a Google Sheet just to store this type of data. And from this, it should send that data every time this agent receives a call. So let's go to a Google Sheet. So and call it Iron Line Fitness. Oops. Iron Line Fitness. And the headers should be basically the. Oops. Let me expand this again. It should be like the data analysis parameters. So it's basically all of these values here. So in the analysis section, you have to collect all of these data collection points. So now I have all the data collection parameters here. Let me just expand this so it's readable. And let's say I want to fill in this with fake information. So I'll just go to Claude. Let me copy this. And I would say fill in my Google Sheet with fake information. Here are the headers of my Google Sheet. This is for the Ironline Fitness AI agent to look at to see whether the inbound caller is an existing customer. And then I would put headers are these. There we go. Let me just, can you give it to me as a CSV file? So let me just download. Let me copy this, paste it. Great. So it's filled with fake information right now. And it looks good so far. Now, let's go back to ElevenLabs. Now, we could connect this knowledge base, connect this as a knowledge base. So if you go back to the knowledge base section, we can add a document and select sync documents. But we have to, let me go back to the workspace, knowledge base, configure a knowledge base, sync documents. We have to create the sync capable integration first. So we have to go to the integrations tab first and add an integration, which is Google Drive. So this is Google Drive. I'll put my email for this Google Drive, select connect. I'll just log in, continue. Connection successful. Okay, great. And then just select save. Perfect. Now, if I go back to my agent and go to knowledge base, I would add a sync document and then select my Google Drive and then select pick files. Well, I can select this and toggle it on. It is auto refresh, which is refreshing for new content every day. This could be very useful. If like there are new customers every single day, yes, you need to toggle this on. So for the case of a gym, yes, it's useful. And then I would select pick files. Now it just lists out everything in my Google Drive. And I remember I called it Iron Line Fitness. Let's search if it can find Iron. Am I spelling it correctly? Nope, it could not find it. So let's try to manually look for it. One thing I noticed right now is that it can only read documents like Google Docs. So it cannot read Google Sheets, unfortunately. So the leads now needs to be converted into a Google Doc so it can read it. So I could build a backend automation where it sends these leads into it converts it into a Google Doc every single day. But for now, for demo purposes, I would just export this as a Google Doc. Or the simplest way is just copy this and paste it as a Google Doc. Iron Line Fitness. Whoops. Iron Line Fitness. And then I would paste it like this. Oh, okay. So you can link to the spreadsheet. Only editors can update the table. Collaborators can see. Okay. If it's linked to the spreadsheet, perfect. So if I add a new row, it will also update this Google Doc, which is perfect actually. So in this case, we can uh, use this document. So maybe search it this time, it will be able to find. Yes, it's right here. And then if I select this, perfect. Enable RAG to use this document. So let's try to enable RAG. Oops, something ran. Oh, okay. Let me refresh the page. I think it's working now. I just refreshed the page. So it is looking now at the Iron Line Fitness data. And okay, if I go to the agent, now how do I make sure that it is checking if the system caller ID matches a row in that knowledge base? Let's ask the architect. So I attached a knowledge base that has all of the information of existing customers for the gym. So every time a user calls this agent, I want the agent to be able to look at this knowledge base and understand if they are talking to an existing customer. What should I do in the system prompt to ensure that the AI agent is checking and knows if they are speaking to an existing customer? And then I would send this and let's see what the architect says. I'll just reply with yes. And then it drafted a plan to execute this. Let's just approve the plan. So I think I just need to select approve here. So apparently it updated the system prompt and there's a procedure here for customer identification. The user calls the agent or asks about the membership status. As for the name or membership ID. Okay, cool. And then if I go back to the agent, let's see what it added to the system prompt. What did you add? Let's just try to do a quick test to see if it is.
Hello, thank you for calling Iron Line Fitness. My name is Robert. How can I help you today?
Hi, Robert. I'm an existing customer.
Got it. Could I get your name or membership ID to pull up your account?
I am Sarah Whitfield.
Perfect, Sarah. I see you're an existing member. What would you like to do today? Book, reschedule, or cancel a class or personal training session?
Do you have my email address?
Yes, I have your email as s.whitfield@outlook.com. Is that still correct?
Yes. And do you have my phone number?
Yes, I have your phone number as 974-339-18264. Is that still correct?
Can you create a booking for me?
Sure thing. What type of class or session would you like to book? And do you have a preferred day or time?
I will not book it because maybe that email and phone number exists. So I will not create a booking. This was just made up information. I did not cross check whether these information is correct or not. I will cross this and check it. And the last thing here is to connect it to a phone number. Well, actually, last two things is connect it to a phone number and have a clear dashboard to understand what how the agent is performing or not. So To attach a phone number is very simple. I will show you the procedure. All you have to do is create an account on Twilio. And here's the Twilio webpage. I'll also provide the link below. And let me just log into my account. Creating an account is very simple on Twilio. The only thing you need to do is purchase a number in your local area. To do that, I will show you. It's very simple. Just go to this, hover your mouse over here, and then you should see numbers and senders. And then just go to the overview. You'll see a section where you can set up a new phone number. And then all you have to do is just buy a number in the designated country. Make sure to enable all of this. Let's say it's US, all right? And here it already lists out all of the numbers I can purchase. And then just select the one that you want to purchase, select next, and then literally that is it. I will not do anything here. And then after that, let's close without saving. Go back to your 11 labs, and then you should see a section called channels. And then the channel that we will be using is telephony. If I go to telephony, you can add the number. Adding a number is basically just very simple. You select from Twilio and then label it as a gym number, for example. All you do is just put the number details here, connect your Twilio account, and that's it. When you select import, it will be very simple. It will show up here instantly, and then select it. And then once you do that and select publish, once you call that number, your AI assistant will answer. And that's it for the phone number. When it comes to the dashboard, you could use the inbuilt dashboard here. It's not too bad. You have to go to the spotlight section. I believe they moved the dashboard here. And then if you press down, you can see all of the information of how your agent is performing. But for me and for my AI agents and for my clients, I prefer to use app.ventive.com. It's basically a one tab dashboard where you can see all of your analytics for your agents. So I have several agents selected here, but if I just select the Iron Line Fitness agent and let it load up, it basically shows me the details for this agent. So there's a tab here that shows me the bookings made in the last 30 days. I just created one booking for this agent, which is correct. And it tells me the average duration, the total talk time for this agent, average credits per call. And in terms of the evaluation criteria summaries, you can see when the caller request was resolved, whether it was a success or a failure. And you can even filter the ones that were a failure and understand why it was a failure. So you can go over the transcript and even the recording and see why it was a failure or not. And data, remember the data collection variables, parameters that we set. We can see each one and see like which ones were a new member. Let me just clear the filters. New member prospects. So these are all the calls that were new member prospects, and the existing members. We can see how many calls, how much percent of the total calls were those type of caller types, the email addresses, customer name, customer phone number, all of the data that's being collected is all stored here. You can even look at the type of topics that were discussed, the type of tools that were called, which is very helpful. And basically, it like shows you all of the information that you need as a business owner to track your agent performance. This is a full production ready agent for a gym or fitness business out there. If you followed through this entire video, you would have your own agent ready as well. Let me know what you guys think. You guys liking this video or subscribing, it really does motivate me to make more videos like this. So I really appreciate all of your support, and thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.